Uh-oh.
Ah, hope everybody leveled.
That's what I want to hear.
God damn it.
Rolls.com.
Look at the beholder.
Hello, everybody. Eric Watson here, freelance writer, player of games, writer of words, recorder of videos, and tabletop role-playing aficionado. Welcome to our weekly live-streamed Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition online role-playing adventures. I'm joined, as always, by my good friends Chris, playing the Nord Detective Yuan T. Inquisitive Rogue Divination Wizard Mannix.
Hello.
Heather, playing the Dark Death Dealer Half-Drow Assassin Rogue Kaless.
Oh.
Rochelle, welcome back. Playing the Deepwater Diva Triton.
Hi. I'm back. I'm alive.
Excellent. Gillian, Raymond playing the Heedlessly Brave Turtle Battle Master Fighter Rogue George. Currently a statue.
Hello.
Nope, you're a statue. You don't get to talk. And Reese playing the Metal-Laced Mighty Morphin Hill Dwarf Druid of the Moon. Theron.
Hi.
We stream our sessions live on YouTube every Friday evening. You can watch all of our D&D live series as well as reviews and Let's Plays on my YouTube page. Read weekly session recaps at RogueWatson.com. Watch my behind-the-scenes No Players Allowed live series, Crafting Annihilation, on Thursday mornings. You can follow me on Twitter at RogueWatson and join our official Discord discussion group. The invite link in the description below. If you'd like to support the channel, please check out patreon.com/RogueWatson. Shoutouts to Platinum patrons Andrew, Joe, Will, Tiny Dancer, Nick, Andy, Chris, Alberto, and Manuel. Gold patrons, RPG Peppercrafts, Charming Grenade, Pretty Boy Numa, Marco Stead, Vicente Gilberto, Sean A.K., Cert to be Adam, Dead Lizard Lounge, Sam, Arash, Lumpy Spuds, and Jerome. Thank you all very much for your support. For our campaign, we use Roll20.net. For video chat, we use Discord. And for streaming, I use Open Broadcaster software with Streamlabs. Previously on Tomb of Annihilation. The party approached the large door with the stone eye. Their 10 collected crystal eyes flew into slots surrounding the eye door, which slowly opened along with the door, revealing a large circular vault with alcoves of treasure, a reflective polished floor, and a floating ball in midair concealed by a dark silk drape. Mannix summoned a rowboat from his vest of many pockets to glide across the floor, with Theron using Grasping Vine to stop him from colliding with the dangerous purple mold on the walls. A strange voice echoed throughout the room, introducing itself as Belthors the Unthane, and the drape fell from the ball to reveal a large floating magnet. Acting swiftly, Mannix deactivated the magnet using Dispel Magic, while eye stalks shot debilitating rays at the party. The magnet and Kaless came crashing to the ground. Something invisible was flying around firing laser blasts, but it took several rounds of fairy fire guessing, and George leaping from the crashed magnet and using his vine sword to wrangle the invisible beholder. The battle was long and grueling for both sides. Mannix was turned to stone with a petrification ray, but restored by Theron. Theron's elemental was shunted by the Beholder's anti-magic cone, and Kaless stunned herself with the Wand of Wonder, only to nearly die from a nasty disintegration ray. Before being petrified,
I didn't
George...
stun myself. I did something really, really cool.
You did.
just
That's
didn't
true.
see
You
it.
did something real awesome. Nobody else saw it. Before being petrified, George grappled onto the Beholder, anchoring it to the ground, while Mannix fired off magic missiles before slicing into it with a powerful Shadow Blade attack, destroying the troublesome creature. With George still a statue, the party helps themselves to the loot and hunkers down for a much-deserved long rest and a level up. Congratulations, by defeating the boulder, you all have earned level 10.
Did you just call it a
It's a
boulder?
level-bearing boss.
The boulder. It's a flying boulder that shoots.
My question is, when
Yes.
the beholder dies, does the petrification still go on?
You can wait as long as you want to test that theory. But what I do need from you, George, is that we ended the last session with your giant Moa snake, which is transformed from the staff. Oops, I'm on the wrong level. Had failed its petrification roll, and it was restrained, but I needed to make one more to see if it is actually going to be petrified alongside you.
Oh.
Because that effect is still ongoing on the creature, despite the Beholder's demise. So I need a... Let's see, what was that?
It's a dex.
thing? It
Is it dex
was. It was. Yes. Can you see his sheet
You just
still?
turn it back into a staff and it's fine.
I'm a stone though.
Yeah, he could, but he's a statue.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Oops.
Ooh, nice roll. All
Only
right.
George had that roll.
None of us ever made the second roll, so I don't know what happens right now.
You see it just shake off the effects. I mean, we're out of combat, so it doesn't take any time, but
Okay.
it actually just shakes off the effects and was kind of still for a long time and then slowly starts undulating and kind of breaks apart little, like it's stretching or something. And then it looks over and like it nudges George very sadly, I imagine. His form is still, his claws are still gripped into the beholder. Like I imagine it just deflates for some reason. The beholder just deflating like a balloon.
It's full of air.
Making a wheezing sound.
I did read
Oh, no.
when you're petrified, you weigh 10 times as much. So
So you
Currently,
anchored that thing
We're
down.
not-
And you're just crushing it now.
Yeah.
currently George weighs about 2.5 tons.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
That's a lot.
George
Solid
is the
marble.
size of a
Just a
semi.
solid marble turtle statue.
I believe, and then Theron, obviously your frightened condition wears off. Basically, all of your conditions wear off at some point, except for, unfortunately, George's statue-ness. He is still petrified. But you all can, aside from George, help yourself to the treasure surrounding the room, as well as the remains of that skeleton key that you saw in the corner. Check it. Upgrade your journal. Active quest. Oh yeah, and then obviously you completed the Door of Unseen Eyes. I need to actually update that one with Slaying of the Beholder. Treasure. If you would all like to check out what is in all those alcoves.
Well, yeah. Might as well set it on George because he's at table right now.
I was going to ask, how do you all respond to, first of all, the aftermath of this fight and everything that happened, and then the knowledge that George is still a statue grappled on with a statue death grip to this dead beholder?
I don't know what we can do. It's a nice piece of art.
Yeah, I mean,
I sit on
burned
George
both
and
my
wait for.
greater restorations.
Yeah, I'm sitting on George waiting for everyone to recognize the fact that I did something really cool earlier.
I guess I'll just roll a new character.
That's right.
Well, I thought I was going to cast greater restoration after we long rested.
Yes,
Right.
you can do that, yes.
Right.
But you want to roll a new character.
George is a statue
Continue to
forever.
be a statue.
Here comes.
I thought I had
Edith.
something that did some sort of restoration, but
Yeah.
I don't. I
I
got
don't like
Mangalees, but those don't do much.
Now we kind of talked about this after the end of the session last time, but just a reminder. But we have a genie.
Hey, I guess who reminded him of that? Said it's been like 4 sessions that he could have used a
I'm
genie.
kind of shocked
I
the
guess
genie
it-
was not used during this, like, insane
I
battle.
think we all forgot about it. Yeah.
Theron mentioned it, like,
Look at
early in the
that.
fight, I believe. He was like, guys, what about the genie?
Early
We just kind of
fight?
shrugged. Yeah, we can review the tape. God, I wish I had a whole production crew. I could be like, play the tape.
Yeah. Roll the tape.
Roll the tape.
I remember us mentioning it at the very end, and then we were sort of like, "Well, it's almost over now." But
You know?
I don't. Maybe we mentioned.
I
it
swear somebody
No,
mentioned
I
it near
like-
the beginning.
My
Um,
character sheet.
yeah, I got nothing. We just have to wait.
I w-
wait for
I
a
was
long
trying to
rest.
remember. I have some kind of restoration spell,
Oh.
right? But we can't open my character sheet, and I don't remember
It's
what it is, or I have no idea if I have spell slots.
not for a greater restoration. I don't know about items. you
I
might
forgot
have.
what exactly I have.
Yeah, but yeah, I can't open her character sheet. It's like minimized or something.
Oh,
Oh,
And all I can do is like, it's like just her name.
double click on, if it's minimized somewhere on Roll20, you find it and double click on
Ah, there you go.
it. Yeah,
You.
Got it.
I've definitely done that before.
Ooh, I wonder if the genie could give me more hit points. You think I should try that? Oh, I have Mass Cure Wounds. That's what I have.
Yeah.
I kept forgetting which spell I took.
I think you used everything but 2 of your level 1 spells last time. I had already entered in the long rest.
I see. Okay.
So
Well then.
Quietly judge him on how he played your character.
Well, I
It
suppose.
depends. He didn't get you a lasting injury of any sort.
yeah.
Healing never
Yeah,
went
my
down.
levels down.
I can adjust it on my end. If you right click on somebody's name, you can actually adjust all their volume that you're hearing from them. Which I tend to tweak that for everybody. All right, sorry, what were you saying, Raymond?
Oh, I said that in Reese's defense, Gillian does not have any lasting injuries.
That's, I am thankful for that. That is impressive.
In fact, nobody actually went down in that fight, although Celeste got pretty close to becoming a pile of ash.
Right.
It was more of a statue problem than a
9
death
hit
problem.
points away.
Yeah.
9.
Yep.
Well, I think that we should just long rest and you can use Greater Restoration to.
That was the plan.
Well, I like that plan better than using a genie spell.
Poor George doesn't get a vote.
Cool.
The genie probably couldn't even do it.
Yeah.
Probably not. Stupid genie.
I know.
Let's all blame the genie.
Phenomenal cosmic power.
I mean, the genie would have to prove to us that she could really do it for us to believe her.
That's right.
Yeah.
It wasn't a wish. All right. Yeah, you guys can definitely hunker down for a long rest and hang your dirty clothes on George and everything.
He's a tent post now.
Like I said, he's a table.
Yeah.
Yep.
This place does seem pretty defensible. It's only got the one door, and it seems like it, can shut. And then you guys got the keys that you actually no. The keys went into the door, and then the door opened. So how the hell does this
Put
door
George
work
in
from
front of the door.
Yeah, you can see that you can just open and close it from the inside. We'll say that.
Okay.
It has a convenient locking mechanism.
All right, treasure. Yeah, it's probably telekinetically open and closed, but you guys can figure that out, I'm sure, with the mage hands and shit.
Yeah. Just take one of the little eyes out. It'll shut on its own.
Yeah, that's
It's a
true.
little puzzle.
All right, see if I can get to where I can just copy and
We're
paste
not on
this.
the map, by the way.
Oh yeah, I guess
know
you
if
can
we're
see the
supposed
map.
to.
I guess.
You guess.
I need to see a map. Fine.
So kind and generous.
Yep. All right, I'm trying to get to where I can copy and paste all this loot because it is a lot.
Ridiculous.
A little bit. Wow, there's so much
Snake
to
from
scroll
Robin
through.
Hood.
Like, my wife is deathly afraid of snakes, so I had to go with the cutest possible snake token. This was the.
I'm not going to tell you about what was found in Humblewood today. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, front page.
Some nasty snakes. Almost there.
A
All right,
good
here we
snake,
go.
but a good
Treasure.
snake.
You find total. I'm just totaling up these coins for you, and good luck divvying that up. 12,000 copper pieces,
Problem.
5,000 silver pieces, and 2,200 gold pieces in total.
Okay.
Oh, we don't have to share with George.
You also
Exactly, 4 ways.
you also find
Statues don't get a cut.
a stone tear rolls down George's face. Then you see like the snake looking at all of you with its big round eyes. Look at George sadly. It's curled
George
up.
doesn't get a cut, but
It's
does
probably-
the snake get a cut?
Curled up around George protectively.
Yeah.
A clay chameleon statuette covered in crystal beads that change colors. Oh, I didn't mean to post what
Pretty.
it's worth, but there you go. 3 painted gold masks sized for children and shaped like the faces of a bat, a monkey, and a parrot, respectively. Big hunks of
That's
gold,
so weird,
basically.
like-
It looks like they're worth some money. And this thing looks like it's worth a lot of money. A gold coronet shaped like an octopus with mother-of-pearl eyes.
What is a coronet? Remind me?
I want to say it's some kind of a head thing.
Okay.
We haven't learned something yet
Yeah,
this
Small,
session,
a
so...
relatively simple
That's right.
crown.
Sure.
Like a crown.
Okay.
Like
Yeah, the crown.
coronet, corona means crown.
Cool.
Makes sense
That
to
makes
me.
sense.
And then you also
Oh,
find
wow.
a few magical items. You find a potion of diminution. Which I think I might actually have a handout for that. It's the one that makes you tiny. Sure, that'll come in handy at
Oh,
some
that's
point.
fun.
Yeah. You find one of those. You find...
Yeah.
What's this one?
Oh, you have to drink it. Never mind.
You want to be a tiny statue?
Yeah, I was gonna say, would he still weigh 2 tons if you made him tiny?
In your bag.
I don't know how to even work that math. You find...
Like a star, and its mass as it collapses in upon itself to create a black hole. So you probably actually get heavier.
You find a small bag that feels like it's full of marbles, but as you open it, you discover beads of force. And if somebody wants to actually roll that 1d4 plus 4, that will be how many beads that you find, which basically acts like grenades. Grenades that, like, deal damage and trap the victims, apparently, as well.
I'll roll it. Seven.
All right, you find 7 beads of force. And I shared that handout, so anybody that grabs them can have that in their journal. And you also find what looks like a very nice, decently magical set of studded leather armor, which is a +1 armor. And that is all of the treasure.
I'll take the armor if no one wants it.
What was it?
Studded leather.
It's what I can wear.
Studded leather armor.
I am already wearing magical armor, I believe. I've got necrotic armor on.
Hmm.
You have to change it.
Armor, no. Do not. I don't think any of these items require attunement, actually.
Interesting.
You know what? I'm feeling magnanimous. You guys also find 2 potions of greater healing. I had that in my notes.
Aww.
Yeah.
So not really magnanimous, just I saw something I wrote down earlier.
Well, it was magnanimous for me to add it to my notes the first time.
Oh, okay.
I'm just remembering that I read that part and like, oh yeah, I need to add that on there.
Greater healing?
I'll take the beads of force then.
Okay.
Go for it. Seem handy.
Give me my force beads.
You're gonna...
Beads. Throw them at her. Here, have some pizza force.
Don't throw-
Yeah, you can have the armor. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you... Your 4 speeds.
Take your 4 speed, throw.
Yeah, your 4 speeds do? Oh, those.
Can't have them now.
What'd
They've
you do
been
with your
claimed.
thing again?
I don't know. I don't know. Forgot how to use 20.
You know what Kether would do with those? She would trick someone to swallow them and then punch them.
Oh, these beads! You're gonna get you jacked so hard. You just put one of these under your
Magic
tongue.
pills.
Yeah. Wants to do
Make
some
you stronger.
Oh,
Better than
man.
steroids.
Those poor cultists. Then we got some level ups to do. Levels ups to do.
Levels ups.
Levels ups. So you all are getting a long rest except for George, because George, you're a statue. So you are not getting the benefit of a long rest, but you
Am I
do.
not resting?
You are
within
not.
the statue?
No, you are frozen in time. But you.
Carbonite.
Carbonite, yeah.
No
Han
time
Solo,
passes.
Han Solo didn't look very good when he came out of that carbonite either. He was not fully rested. He was like blind and all kinds of bad shit. You do get to level up though, obviously. So let's start with Mr. Mannix. Tell us about level 10.
At level 10, Max is going to take a 6th level of Wizard, which gives him Expert Divination. When he casts divination spells, he gets spell slots back, which isn't actually that great because there's not a lot of high-level divination spells. But he is going to take 2 new spells. He's going to take Clairvoyance, which is one of the high-level divination spells, to view things far away. And then he's going to, after this fight that we just had, Mannix is going to be doing his like tactical thinking, his detective work mind is going to go, and he's going to recognize a flaw in the party composition.
He's
And
gonna
take
murder
the
his party and summon skeletons.
The critical flaw in our party is
Flash.
you.
Yeah.
He's going to take the Earth Mind spell, which basically like deflies a flying creature.
This is the equivalent of video game. There's a boss fight with a terrible thing, and then it gives you the thing that would solve that issue very nicely. Yeah.
Yep.
Excellent work.
And that is it for level 10.
Quick, Mannix, to fly that bird.
That's right. Deflied.
T-fly. All right, show me some hit points with your fancy amulet of hit points.
All right. So what is it? It's just the Constitution.
I mean, it's just your new con score just gives you a shit ton more hit points.
Right. Okay. But I'm trying to remember what Wizard's D number is.
You gotta be a 6, right?
It's 6. It's a 6.
I think 6 is the lowest, and Wizard's gotta be on the low end.
4. I'll take that average.
Yep.
Did anyone take the potion?
So it's 4 plus the Constitution modifier?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's 8 points. Which takes me to an even 90, which is insane for this gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be it for me.
All right, Celeste, level 10. What you got?
It's really quite boring for level 10. I could either take an ability score improvement, or, in my case, I'm going to take a feat.
There's so much more.
Just because I can.
Well, her dex is already like, what,
And
25 or something?
23.
23.
Yeah. So the feat that I'm going to take is Alert. So I'm always on the lookout for danger, and I gain the following benefits. I gain a +5 bonus to initiative. I can't be surprised while I'm conscious. And then other creatures can't gain advantage on attack rolls against me as a result of being unseen by me. So no more advantage for you.
Nice.
No more telling me I
no more
can't get my
surprising
assassin
you. Yeah, that's pretty good for an assassin.
Yeah.
That
So-
seems like one of just the best feats in general, too. Just
Good one.
bonus
Yeah.
initiative, can't be surprised. Yeah.
So I'm gonna hit this little button here to roll some. I think it's what it's going to do. I never know how the stupid character mancer thing works.
Mm. Are you saying I haven't leveled you up very much during this campaign? That's
Alright,
real
I
good.
got 7.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah,
Does
7
that
out of 8.
have my? And then I add my con modifier to that.
Sure do.
Okay. That's a 4. That's 11 hit points. Oh, wait, I think I just do this and it does it automatically. I don't remember. All right.
God, you have the most extreme character sheet. You have a 23 in dex and a 5 intelligence. Holy crap. That's crazy.
No, I don't think she's roleplayed enough how substandard that intelligence score is. She should be completely illiterate.
I mean, yeah, because beasts have like a 3 intelligence, I think.
Right. And a regular person is supposed to be a 10.
A regular person.
Honey, you're already in enough trouble.
I know. I didn't bring it up. Well, I guess I did bring it up, actually.
Yeah, you're already in enough trouble today, dear. Yeah. I don't think this worked right.
All right, that's it for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just taking the feet. That's
Okay.
it. Go somewhere else.
Mr. George statue.
George is going to take another level in fighter. Thought about branching out, but all I get in this next level is something called Indomitable, where I can just reroll a saving throw that I fail.
Another one that would have come in handy this last fight.
That's funny.
Sure.
That's the best case of a boss battle, too.
So I'm thinking from what it says is you get to tell me if I fail first, and then I can reroll.
Yeah,
It's not like
if you
it's not like
Oh,
an
okay.
inspiration where I have to do it beforehand.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking. I typed it exactly, so it makes it seem like I have to know I failed and I get to reroll again. That's
Okay.
it.
You give me some hit points.
8. Take it.
You guys rolled pretty well,
Plus
yeah.
12.
God, why does everybody have fucking +4 cons? It's insane. You're all so ridiculously hardy. Well, especially with Mannix now, because 3 of the 5 of you had, like, killer hit points, and then Mannix magically got killer hit points.
Yeah.
Speaking of somebody
Oh,
without
that's
killer hit points, Gillian.
Oh, very bad.
Knew
only,
before you said
the only person I can have a chance at killing.
So I'm going to try my
I'm going
hardest.
to try my hardest. Tell me about level
All
10.
right. So at level 10, my bardic inspiration is now a 1d10. I gain expertise, so I get 2 more skill proficiencies. So we'll do athletics. I just check it. Wait, I have to change this to level 10. Can you change that to 10 for me?
I sure can.
This is why I'm not using my own computer. This is much handier.
Hi.
It's very role playing for
Okay.
Gillian, also. Could you please just give me some more hit
Just
points,
hands from the
please?
character.
You want to know what it's like being married to me?
You can just take care of this for me real quick.
He's happy. It's okay.
That's amazing, happy man.
That's right. Happy wife,
Okay.
happy life.
And then I have magical secrets. So at 10th level, I have
we all?
Plunder's
I
magic.
thought that was a total non sequitur. Just outside of the game. I have magical secrets. Okay, Rochelle. I don't know.
I have plundered magical knowledge from a wide spectrum of disciplines, and I can choose 2 spells from any class, including this one. So I am going with. Oh, they are included in the spells known column. Did we check that when we were choosing my spells? It says the chosen spells count as bard spells for you and are included in the number of the spells known column.
Oh, yeah. That's just the spells you know.
But it's, okay, right. We
Yeah.
did realize that. Okay.
We did.
So we did. So I'm going to learn find traps, and what was my other one? It was the one where when they get to one, we haven't actually put it in.
Death
When
Ward.
you get Death Ward, when you get to someone is going to die, instead they have 1 hit point, and the spell lasts for 8 hours, and
For
I think
8?
that will be good for this
What?
party.
Yes.
But then, like, once they're, if I understand it correctly, like, if they were going to die, then the spell ends, and then they're at 1 hit point. So, I know
Wow.
a few people who might benefit from that. Well, one of them was previously Mannix, but now he has like double my hit points. So
Right? It's disgusting.
So are you just going to cast it on yourself all the time?
no, I was going to cast it on you, but
Oh, thank you.
now I'm not so sure. So that you can maybe not die.
Wow.
Okay, what do I roll?
D8
D8. That's a 5
plus 2.
Look at these.
plus 3.
hit
Is
point
that my
rolls.
charisma?
No, it's Constitution.
Is it always Constitution?
Mhm.
She derives her health
Healthy
solely from her social graces. her life force is determined by her social graces. If that depletes, then she just dies. She withers away.
Wonder how good of a person she is. as her health force goes away.
Yeah, that's yeah. Could you
Mannix depends on a necklace, and question is, how thick is that chain of yours, Mannix?
That's right.
On your amulet.
Chops it off.
rip it off?
I shrivel up.
Could you conceivably cast this death ward on like every person in the party? Because it doesn't require concentration. I guess it is a 4th level spell slot though.
Uh,
Yes. Technically.
Fascinating. It's funny how you guys are taking all these abilities that would have come real in handy for this fight you were just in, but
well,
now I'm not going to throw another
I don't have a problem.
invisible beholder at you.
that's right.
I don't know
Feels
how
like
to
those
make
games where
my initiative better.
I think it's there's a thing.
You might have to go into
I'll
your
find it.
gear icon and fiddle with some numbers.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to find.
Initiative modifier right
In
there
the
in
gear.
middle.
On the gear page in the middle set of columns,
Oh,
the top
okay. There it is. Yeah.
there's initiative modifier. Yeah.
All right.
this is gonna be one of those games where all the bosses before the final boss are hard as heck, and the last boss is like super easy.
That's right. This is the hardest
We
boss.
all
Oh my
have-
God.
We all have like 3 hit points by that point, so we're just
That's
like
right.
Mm-hmm.
dragging our insides behind us.
All right, Mr. Theron, level 10 skis.
All right. I get a new cantrip.
Yay!
Watch out for this guy.
Wait, why are you going to yours? All right.
Oh well, now it's a spell I know.
Yeah, that's a spell you know. I'm not going to change it. Well, I get produce flame. There it goes. So I can make light.
Okay.
I can. It does a 10 by 10 light, and then I can also throw it at someone for damage. And then light goes out.
Okay.
So,
I think they call
I
that
don't know.
fire rather than light, but yeah.
you know, sometimes light is so hot it
Yeah.
burns you.
Pretty light.
It's just like
Yeah, it's
create a bulb.
pretty fun.
Fire hot.
And then I also get elemental wild shape, which
Oh, man.
means I can burn both of my wild shapes and turn into one of the 4 main elementals:
Wow.
earth, fire, wind, or air.
That's pretty cool.
That is.
Like that elemental I summoned last week. That was totally legal.
Yeah, we fucked that up twice. Both times it's been used. It seems like such a combat thing, and then we always read the fine print like, oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Theron's elementals are back to Kalinar's haste. It's just like, oh, I've been letting you get away with this for too long.
This is why you've been kicking so much ass. You've been cheating this whole time.
All right. Hit points. Womp womp.
Karma's finally swung around.
Finally.
The only one to get less than average upon the roll. But you can
So
take
that's
the
5
average of 5, yep.
plus 4 plus 1 plus 2.
Oh my god.
Why do you all have extra ones?
4 Constitution. I'm a Hill Dwarf for 1, and then I'm tough for 2. She
She
didn't
didn't like that.
like that at all.
Why do you have so many hit points, you jerk?
Yeah.
12 hit points.
Most of the time, it doesn't need them. He's just because if I'm hitting him, he's shifted into something with its own hit points.
Right.
All right. Yeah. There's been a couple times I've been down hit points. And that's the rest of my level up.
All right, you guys can enjoy a nice long rest in this room. You find that in this particular room, at least, you are not visited by any nightmares or any nightmarish things happening. You don't know if that's an effect of this room or of the whole level or what it is, but nothing disturbs you during your long rest. And you wake up and George is still a statue. Stuck to this deflated, rotting corpse of the beholder.
We'll cast
George.
Greater Restoration with my prayer beads on George.
Did anyone take those potions?
I did, but we can. I mean, I just took them in case no one else.
No,
took
I'm fine. I just didn't
Okay.
hear if I took them. I just didn't want to leave them.
them. I was just like, somebody will take them. I'll just walk away.
All right, George, you feel the greater restoration from Theron wash over you, and you finally break free of your statue-ness. And
Die, you overgrown eyeballish monster.
everybody looks very refreshed and fully fed and everything, and you're still us in the middle of fucking battle mode.
And on top of our rotting beholder corpse.
Yeah, it is long dead now. Long dead.
Do we win? What happened?
And your statue-ness crushed that thing to death, so sure.
You're a stone, we killed it. Let's go.
All right. I feel stronger, but I do need a rest.
Already rested, let's go.
We're moving out.
In fact, George, I need you to give me a Constitution save for going without a long rest at this point. It's a pretty easy save, though. All right, you're able to just take some deep breaths and kind of meditate for a second and power through it. You do feel like yourself got stronger, and but you were still not able to get a full rest as you were a statue during the night. But the giant snake kind of nuzzles you affectionately.
Moa.
It
Turn back to a staff.
Yep. Shrinks down to size into its little staff. Chunk. And it's up to you all.
All right.
I can
Well-
montage you back to or wherever you want to go if you can recall certain areas or anything like that.
I believe we're completely done with this floor. That we've explored it to our heart's content, and this was the last place to go. So I suppose back to the main staircase.
Okay. Yeah, you can go back there. That guillotine crawlway was still forced up with George's massive strength roll. You can go back to the grand staircase in the middle and then head down the stairs. And you also have a bunch of icons on you. You have to get rid of that. Welcome to Level 4. You descend the stairs, and to your relief, you don't see any more of the purple mold. The ground is caked with dust, rubble, and old bones. You can see the bottom of the grand staircase and hear a resonant mechanical rumbling emanating from a dark shaft opening up in the middle of the chamber's floor. 4 cylindrical stone pedestals surround the shaft, each 10 feet tall, 5 feet wide, and featuring a tiny slot in its side. Squatting atop each pedestal is a massive, 9-foot-tall, 4-armed gargoyle that nearly reaches the top of your balcony. Each gargoyle and pedestal is colored differently, or appears to be made out of different substance. One copper, one silver, 1 gold, and 1 platinum.
Right now?
Sorry?
What are the symbols on us right now?
They were carried over from the battle. I need to get rid of those.
Oh, okay. You can leave mine on. Let's say that's a good reminder that Mannix needed to cast Detect Magic on himself.
Magic, yeah.
Ooh, I also do that.
Come on. God damn it.
But better, I think is what we determined.
Yeah.
Better. Mine is made with love.
Detecting even more magic.
I detect love magic.
Affixed to the west.
Very specific.
Affixed to the west wall is another bronze plaque filled with cryptic clues. It looks like this. It says, "Death to fire, dine or drown, precious air and falling sand. The army sleeps in silence. The mirror holds 12. Find the iron scepter's twin. The maze holds the key."
That's far more
That's
clues
not
than there usually
cryptic.
are. Yeah, and they're also very cryptic. Although there's not a period after one of them. So I think maybe the top 2 lines are just one clue.
Hmm.
Grammatically, anyway.
You all are currently on a... So you descended the stairs. You're on another balcony. Obviously, the whole thing is just balconies. But you can see 25 feet below you is the room I described a second ago, which is the pedestals and these massive, monstrous gargoyles, and then a shaft in the middle. There seems to be another hallway leading to the east down there. And then on the balcony level you're currently at, obviously it winds around to get down to that level, and then you see hallways going to your south and to your west.
All right. Don't necessarily want to go down to the big gargoyles quite yet. We want to go south or we want to go west?
South.
Hey,
South
I was
or
going to say
east?
south.
Fine then. West.
Unanimous vote. Yeah, it just goes west. Cobwebs down south.
I guess the biggest decision I made for your last time was you didn't take a god inside of you.
There was another one?
There was at least one more since...
There's been like 3. I think.
Yeah.
Which, that reminds me, you did get the item, though, and you identified that during a long rest. So yeah, you actually suppressed the god that comes with the item, but the item itself, Gillian, was Bracers of Archery.
Oh. 2+ to damage rolls on ranged attacks made. That's excellent.
It does require attunement, so you might have to shuffle some stuff around, but if we could definitely say that you did that as part of the long rest, obviously.
Obviously.
To use them.
Yes, I don't know. I have no idea what else I haven't tuned. I know I have the pearl, I think, requires attunement.
You ever used the pearl?
Yes, she did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's gotten a little hairy, but every once in a while I remember it and I give myself enough spell slots.
Okay.
But I don't know what else I have attuned.
According to my notes,
The bagpipe.
Yes, the
bagpipe.
The Pearl of Power, the bagpipes, and apparently the Ring of Jumping actually requires attunement.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm not doing much jumping, so I'm gonna distune that and attune
Distune.
the bracers of
All right.
archery.
Distune the ring. You've had that ring for a while too. That was an early magic item.
Yeah, that was.
Everybody pour one out for the Ring of Jumping. I don't even remember where you actually got that
right.
from.
I seem to remember it saving your life against a bunch of pterodactyl men, so it's...
Her like leaping up the cliff wall. Yeah.
Yeah, like them not being able to get her because she was just leaping up cliff wall.
Somebody watching this hopefully can tell us. I literally don't remember when when you got that ring of jumping.
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
Honestly, when are you not saving her from pterodactyl men?
Those are good times. So yeah, you have to remember to plug in the +2 to damage rolls made with ranged weapons.
Okay, but it also says the longbow and a short bow. Is a crossbow one of those things?
I mean,
It's not.
It's a ranged
You-
weapon. This just Reese is explaining it.
you now can use the longbow and the short bow, but all your ranged weapons get +2.
Oh, I see. Okay, I misread that. Okay.
There's
Perfection.
comma in there. It's hard to see.
You know what? I have a headache. Leave me alone. I can't.
First thing to go with a headache are commas.
So I do a +2 right there. Right? Okay.
Mannix, as you head down this hallway, you hear a faint whispering at the back of your mind, as if something is calling to you.
Hey,
Papa?
It doesn't
Already-
sound like
I've already
that.
got. It doesn't sound like Papa. Does it sound like Murray? Because I've already got two voices in my head that are pretty much constantly going.
Boy, that's true. How are you still sane?
I don't know.
so one of us should be crazy. The other one should be a dum dum.
Yeah.
That's right.
Voice behind you says, "Hey, keep going."
Okay. There's a fourth voice. Max will quietly actually audibly say, hello?
Mannix, as you walk down the hallway and look around, you turn to your west, see just kind of descends into darkness down a long hallway. Turn to your east, see another hallway, but this one comes up into a small room. An empty room with an ornate rectangular mirror mounted on the wall facing the hallway. The mirror radiates an eerie blue glow you can see the faint images of some creatures floating on its surface. And as you stare, you feel yourself suddenly falling toward it, as if the hallway were suddenly sloped. I need a charisma saving throw, please.
Ooh.
This is... This is a magical effect, yes?
It is a magical effect, yes.
All right. Charisma saving throw, +1. Awesome. Hey, look at that.
Wow, nice. You, what was this was your Yontiness that gives you advantage? Okay.
Yep, magic resistance.
Yep. The room turns into vertigo after a second, but you kind of reach out and stabilize yourself, and you just see it kind of distort and then kind of go back to normal and settle. Nothing else happens.
Okay. Do I think that this effect is based on me visually looking at this mirror, like what I saw there?
It happened when you looked at it.
Okay. And what did it look like in the mirror?
Look at it again.
You could see the faint images of creatures, both monstrous and humanoid. You couldn't make out any details. Almost
Okay.
floating to the surface like it was a pool of water or something.
All right, I will attempt.
Hey guys,
just,
come check out this mirror.
Yeah, exactly. Let's come check out this crazy mirror. With your head. I will try to avert my eyes as I approach the mirror a little bit, try not to stare at it directly.
Okay.
And I will turn and warn everyone behind me, and tell them, whatever this thing is, it's messes with your head a bit. So I wouldn't look at it if you could help it. To approach.
Nothing's happening as you're approaching it.
Oh, okay.
I appreciate you doing it cautiously.
Yep. One square at a time.
Everybody else is just frozen in the hallway. How are the rest of you reacting at this?
Well, he's
I guess
gone.
Chris,
that's how they react to most things.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the line to.
Just wait for the screams.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a very narrow hallway.
yeah. Chris was ever so kind to point out to me about my my wisdom score and not playing it enough. The fact that I'm an idiot. She just don't follow. Following.
Just follow dutifully. All right, Kales, as you turn down the...
Intelligence is not wisdom; it's just book learning. So you're just illiterate. You just can't read. You don't know anything.
You just don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
George, you're heading down the hallway as
He's
well?
following.
Yeah, he's following the line.
All right.
I think we're supposed to look out for the mirror, guys.
It's a game of telephone, except it's a game of telephone when it got fucked up in the middle, and then Theron at the end says, "Wait a minute, did you say walk towards the mirror, eyes open, or avoid the mirror?" All right, Kales, give me a charisma saving throw as you stare at this mirror that's giving off this eerie blue glow.
I didn't say I was staring at it. I just said I was following Mannix.
Yeah, the second you guys turn down this hallway and look, it's like all you can see is this giant, even with Mannix kind of walking towards it, you see it just glowing all around him magically. George, charisma save, please. Gillian, charisma save, please.
Doesn't George have a bandana though?
Right.
Oh.
How far away is this
Ooh,
mirror?
that's a good point. George, yeah,
30
you
feet, I can't see
it's
it.
true. You currently can't see it. That is true. You're just following behind dutifully.
Oh no!
Oh, you're
Very
charismatic bard.
fine. Hold on.
I told you to avert your eyes.
I might use a luck point for that. 1 luck point.
Could be a good use.
Which of the D?
Ability check or saving throw.
Oh, you know what I
which
forgot
of
to
the
do?
D20s is used?
So you can use your 8, or you
Probably
can use
warn
the
your
new
party.
roll. It's up to you. Oh no!
Lord.
That's a 13,
It's a 13.
right?
It's
Yeah. You have
it's that
7.
plus 7. I'll use my 13.
George, as you walk down the hallway, you see Kales and Gillian just fold forward and go from 3D people into 2D as they are sucked into this mirror.
Well,
Oh shit!
that's
Hell.
interesting.
Do they go through
Can I,
me or past? How does that work?
Right, can I,
Yeah.
grab onto Gillian?
There's nothing to grab. You literally, it's just like spidery, like, zzzz, and they just get sucked into the whole distortion effect happens.
What the?
Like the scanning in Tron, they just sort of dissipate. It's just
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like over there. So okay.
Somewhere, yeah.
I'm dragging you over.
Well, that was not what I
That was
expected.
interesting.
And Mannix,
George
you
calls the hand back.
I was
there.
getting ready to try to like grab them or like bar it or something, but they just go through me. Or
Yep.
how does
yeah,
that
they
work?
go right through. There's
Okay.
nothing tangible there. It's just you see is like the
Okay.
spidery image of like this. It's like a wispy smoke almost.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, going through.
Okay.
And George, yeah, it's really freaky because you don't even see where they're
Everything's
going. They just go forward into. You probably just think Mannix like sucked them into his body somehow because he's just in front of you.
Some weird magic shit.
Mannix, you see on the surface of the mirror, now you see a few more faint images of creatures and humanoids kind of rippling up. And it's still all it's almost like a pixelated, like scratchy effect. You can't even quite tell what's going on in there.
Okay.
George calls the hand back and says, "Look, Theron.
Where they
Something
go?
tells me I don't know, but don't come this way. Something tells me my limited vision saved me, but that's for you. Until we know what
Yep,
happened."
yep.
All right, no problem.
Can we see how many people are in this mirror right now?
So
with
those
us?
those of you in the
Yeah.
mirror world, You
You have a new
see,
campaign going on.
you look around and you see just like an ethereal fog surrounding you in every direction as far as you can see. You're not together, you're separated, and all you see is this rolling, like, ethereal fog in every direction. And you feel like the air is, like, stale, and it almost feels like you're just frozen in some strange area.
Now,
Hello?
George can see Mannix, so he's like, Mannix, I thought you were a trap finder. What happened?
This ain't a trap that I'm familiar with. I don't know what the hell this thing is. Can I look at it without feeling like my soul's going to get pulled into a mirror also?
Yes, you do feel like since you actually made the save, you're kind of resisting its effects.
Okay.
You both stared at each other and it blinked.
Yeah. Can I look at the mirror and see if I can see my friends in it? Now that I saw them get sucked in.
Yes, you can give me an Arcana check. And the other thing is, as you look in the mirror, you feel like it is it's an object. The mirror itself is a physical object. Obviously, it's magical.
Okay. That's not good.
Oh.
What the hell is this thing?
Exactly.
You saw me illiterate.
So what do I see when I actually look at it?
You don't see your own reflections. Instead, you see kind of rotating reflections of different creatures and humanoids. And you can't tell what's what or who's who, other than the fact that some of them are clearly humanoids, and some of them are giant monster things. And they appear to be just kind of almost like rotating to where you can see different reflections here and there. Sometimes they take up the whole mirror, sometimes they're like segmented in different parts. It just seems kind of sporadic. And it's just kind of doing this a very like random, chaotic pattern.
Kent, have you touched the mirror yet?
I have not. Is my detect magic going off in terms of the mirror? I assume so. But...
Yes, yeah, it is definitely detecting. Well, what you detect is that this is basically a magical item.
Oh, how big is this thing?
That is a good question. I feel like I should know that information. It's a I want to say like a person-sized mirror.
Okay.
But hang on, I might be able to get you an answer to that. That's a little smaller than that. It's a 4-foot tall mirror.
Okay. Pretty sizable.
But yeah, it's like one of those, yeah, you'd have maybe on the floor even if you pointed up kind of.
All right. Man's going to call back to Theron and George and say, so I'm going to touch it. If I disappear, I'm inside of the mirror. I'm trying to figure out what exactly this thing does.
All right, I've got to dispel magic if you think that might help.
Maybe. If worse comes to worse. So the thing I was looking at, and Gillian pointed this out earlier, the clue that we read just a second ago says, what did it say?
The mirror holds 12.
Yes. So.
Orvix?
Yeah, exactly.
Shove more people in there.
Right now,
Mhm.
I can't tell how many people are in this mirror, but presumably we need to get 12 individuals sucked into this thing for it to do whatever it needs to do.
Oh boy.
I don't know if that was the right conclusion. And again, for us in the mirror, it's just fog. Like we can't see like how far we are from the edge of the mirror or anything. Like we can't see the other side of the mirror.
Nope. You literally can run off in one direction. You just keep running and there's fog it's just a dark, opaque fog, just ethereal. Yeah, it's very bizarre.
So I can summon fey creatures. If you think, you know, like shove in some fey rats.
Now there is a monkey in here, so there's 3 of us.
The fucking monkey.
There's always a monkey with Gillian. All right, and I can't. I guess that was our contract then. I can't really like get a good sense of exactly how many I'm seeing.
That's
'cause I
exactly what it
can't
was.
get a
Yeah,
good-
yeah.
Okay.
You can't kind of make heads or tails of the process involved in the.
I would like to attempt to see if this a mirror is just hanging on the wall like a poster frame.
Okay.
Like, if I can just lift it off the wall.
Yeah, you. First of all, it is attached to the wall, and then you go and kind of, and the mirror doesn't react when you touch it at all. And you kind of do like this motion, and it seems completely stuck to the wall. And you actually look around, and you can see like this adhesive that looks like the magical version of super glue, like sticking this mirror to the wall.
Okay.
But the mirror does feel like a solid object.
Yeah.
Can't like stick your hand through like a portal.
No, it's
Yeah,
it's
can I-
solid.
it's solid.
It's solid to the touch. Yeah.
Okay. Does that adhesive look magical?
It's also giving off the properties of a magic item, basically.
Okay. Yeah. My best guess was we just throw creatures at this mirror until we hit the number 12, and then we see what it does.
Don't you have a rhinoceros in your pocket?
I do, and a frog. That's-
I can always shoot off the wand of wonder and see if I get my rat again.
or fireball the room and kill me.
The odds of the rat appearing.
All right. Yeah, I will inform George and Theron of this. That we need to like generate things that to get sucked into this mirror.
All right, I'll summon some fey creatures and see if that works.
Okay.
George says, Auric, the ladies need your help. Be your man.
What's going on up there? I heard something about being careful.
Just push him into
Yes,
the
be
hall.
careful.
I only have
Don't worry, just come down the hallway.
I only have the 9 fingers, you see.
All right.
Oh, that's right. I cut off his finger.
God.
Oops. It's funny though.
It was
There, pass Auric over here.
It's horrifying to the rest of us.
Auric, you want to be trapped forever?
Be trapped forever or spend more
Don't
time
listen
with
to him.
you. That's gonna have to think about that one there.
All right, Auric, go ahead. Go for it.
Oh, I've got the sunk cost fallacy. I'm in this deep now. I gotta see this thing through.
George brings Auric in front of him.
You wanna like grab him?
Yeah, if he's taking too long.
He doesn't seem keen on running forward, so yeah. You could try to basically grab him and put him bodily in front of the mirror.
If that's what it takes.
All right. You know what? Give me a strength athletics check. We'll just give a chance if Auric's like, oh no. All right. Let's see if he can.
Or just summons Hulk strength.
Go, Orbex, go.
Shout.
Oh, man.
Wow. That was pretty good.
He wriggles as best as he can, and he is a wriggly one, very wiry. But you do grab him and shove him in front of the mirror. And
Or at least in front of me.
in front of you. He is. I mean, even if you twist him around, he's still like, no, I don't know what's going on. Please don't do this. Or is it something that needs my expertise?
Bullet movie. Bird Box, where they like hold your eyes,
Yes.
make you stare at it.
Yes.
Look at it, Ormex.
Yeah.
Look at it.
George says, "Look." Oh shit! I can't lie. Hold on.
We don't. It may not be a lie. We don't necessarily know that it's a bad thing. Maybe, for all we know, Celeste and Gillian are having a fine time in that mirror.
Can we try to send in the fake rats just in case we don't have to sacrifice
Yes.
Orvix?
Sure, let's do
Yeah.
that first.
Theron's back there conjuring animals.
All right. Yes. So I'll send in 8 rats.
Dear
Right.
Lord.
Just a Pied Viper, just a line of rats come out of the hallway.
8 rats. Okay.
And
Are they just
So
regular
we
rats?
want to be careful with it. We don't want to like bomb the mirror with creatures.
right, I'm going to instruct Mannix to put them in there one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Or however. I don't really know what's happening up there.
It's
But
like a flight controller for the rats. He's just like, all right, rat one.
It does say they obey any verbal
Yeah.
commands you issue to them, so they will obey your commands, Theron.
Stare at the mirror.
go to Mannix. I'll have something for you to do.
All right. But as they run to Mannix, they're all running forward. And they have a -3 charisma.
Nice.
Oh,
So if you would like to start making 1d20 -3 rolls, we will see if some rats get sucked into this mirror. And then what happens from there.
All right.
Use the rat option.
oh, wow. They all make this. Aw.
The rats gladly leap into the mirror.
All right, 1 rat is in, 2 rat is in, 3 rat is in.
While this is happening, can I attempt to do another Arcana check or keep some eye on?
These are not even close.
These are not
No,
even
they're
close.
not.
These are not the
Hard.
most charismatic rats, unfortunately. One, 2, 3, 4,
Seven.
5, 6. 1 rat makes it with a 20. The sauciest rat of all.
Like, fuck this.
Out of 8 summoned rats, 7 of them suddenly become 2D shapes and begin floating into the mirror.
The other one climbs up Mannix and perches on his shoulder.
All right.
Do we see anything as the rats come in?
You still just see fog everywhere. But here's what happens.
Okay.
I gotta do some math because this is obviously not something I ever planned for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Theron, since you were the one to summon the rats, you are correct that the mirror holds 12. You didn't know how many were in there, and at some point, things get displaced, and the mirror starts spitting something out, and we're gonna find out what it is right now. Theron, give me a 1d12, please.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
I see. We're okay.
Does it
Okay.
start spitting rat guts back out?
So
Like the fly and rats are melded together with other things.
okay. 1 rat goes in,
There,
and
say
what's
rat
placed right next to you is a rat. And it looks like one of your summoned rats. Give me another 1d12, please.
Now, does it appear next to Theron or next to the mirror?
Right next to the mirror. 7. Okay. You see, as a rat goes in, a humanoid figure materializes in front of the mirror, and it is a blonde, half-elven woman with scales. And Mannix, you stare at Zendala.
The hell?
Where did she go?
Yeah, where did you?
When was the last time we saw her?
Being
Theron, I
sucked
need another
in there,
1d12, please. All right.
What in the?
You see a rat go into the mirror, and what pops out of the mirror, you recognize the small, smelly, dwarven form of Mr. Hugh Hackenstone.
Oh no. Fair's just
This is
there.
worse. This is
You?
worse than getting a rat back.
Give me another 1d12, please. 3. All right. You're pretty sure you see something come out, but you can't tell what it is. It just feels like a rippling, like a distortion of the area, but you feel a malevolent force.
Is it within 30
It's a
feet of
slag.
George? It's a slot, isn't it?
It appears, George, you see at the very end of your vision, you see some sort of invisible creature right next to Mannix. It looks like
what it is,
it looks like a smoky, like almost like an air elemental, but more like instead of wind, it just has like, I don't know, spikes. It just looks like it's like rippling there, but it is invisible and looks malevolent and about to attack. However, we're still doing this. I need another 1d12. All right. The last thing that pops out of the mirror
Wait, there's 2 of them in there though.
is right. So you can do the math. 7 rats went
Whoops.
in. 7 rats went in. 5 things came out.
We only need 2 rats.
So at some point you filled up the mirror and then things started popping out. The last thing that pops
We have
out
3 rats left.
is Kaless.
Oh.
Throwing that right on your shoulder.
Yeah.
All right.
However, we're gonna have to get some initiative rolled because there is a malevolent force
I wanna
right
see
in the
what these
middle
notes look like.
of all of the. Man, it's a crit initiative.
Yep.
Really funny though.
Help
If
me.
I hadn't had my +5 to initiative, I still would have beat you.
Yeah.
Oh, did
5.2.
not get plugged in?
Oh, it did.
Okay.
That's why my initiative is 11.23 now.
It is.
But before it was 6.23.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do you want to go on break first? Probably we could probably go on some break. Let's take a break, and then we'll come back into this combat as you all see a bunch of rats disappear into the mirror and a bunch of figures, mostly humanoid, all pop out, but there's still something in the middle of this room that appears to have some kind of murderous intent. Let's take about a 10-minute break, and we shall resume from there. music. There it is. We're back from our break. Some of you are back from the Mirrorverse. And we're about to engage in a little bit of combat.
I'm probably safer on this side of the mirror.
I mean,
I was gonna say all the important people on this side of the Mirrorverse. So
What?
nice.
all the important people are on this side.
In for a penny, in for a pound. With just
So much fun
yeah,
having it right there,
never a consequence.
frowning at all my jokes.
Yeah. Celeste, you pop out of the mirror and you sense danger around you.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
Yep.
Hey.
Bad mayonnaise.
I sense danger.
Annex is danger.
Not for you.
But you see nothing. Other than you see, what's new to you is you see Hugh Hackenstone, Theron's friend, with which you cleared out a mine for, took out a dragon for, near the mirror,
My best friend.
also looking very like he just got out of the mirror. And then you also see Zandala, the person who hired Mannix and has become entangled with Artis and has some dubious morals.
That's the last time we
Okay.
saw her. We denied her the ring and she just took off, right?
Yeah,
It ran away.
but that was outside of the tomb. And
It
did
was.
we leave
It
Hugh
was-
in the mines?
I think so, right?
All right. Well, this is interesting.
And just to remind the
Um,
viewers, but George agreed to work for Zandala, right?
It's
As long as
true.
we killed the Grung.
Uh-huh.
She left
And
on
I feel
free
like-
term.
I feel like George hates Hugh for some reason.
So that's it. That's canon now. That's just part of the canon story.
He's secretly a grung.
I feel like there was some sort of argument.
We want to make sure that he didn't screw over the other dwarves.
That was the whole thing.
George is a man of extreme personalities. Everybody is a loyalist or a hated enemy.
We just got internal buckets. Like ally, enemy. He just puts them.
Someday we'll all be his hated enemy.
Keeps it real black and white, yeah.
I feel like I wanted to cut his arm off or something. I don't remember.
No. Hugh is the one that only has one arm to begin with. That's what you're mistaken.
What a weird way to get that.
He must be symmetrical.
You wanted to cut his other arm off.
I don't remember. I'm sure someone will remind us, but I know there's some disagreement in the past. But anyway, continue on.
I mean, Hugh has not been the most amicable NPC, so it would not be a shock, I'm sure.
Okay, so Kalesa would be smart enough to know that the danger Will Robinson feeling isn't coming from the two of them. Namely because she knows she can kill Zandala pretty quick and that won't be a problem. So she would just yell out to George, "Can you see anything?"
It's a free action, right? George will say,
Yeah.
there is a malevolent, invisible creature right next to Mannix.
Left
What?
or right, George? Left or right?
Well, depends where the DM puts it.
Between Mannix and the mirror.
So, okay,
directly
so I'm already
in
in
front.
melee then.
Directly in front of Mannix.
Yes, yeah.
Thanks, George.
Triangulate this for me, George.
She
In
literally
fact, it's
yells
like
out,
right
"Thank you,
about to
George."
reach. It's right about to reach for Mannix's throat. That's how close it is.
No.
Wow.
Class, I will let you
Oh,
attack
I
with
mean-
disadvantage, given that you feel with enough description you can attack, although you're still not aiming for anything in particular, but you feel like you can attack the general area. And Mannix is going to look pale-faced as you just fucking lunge right next to him.
Yeah.
Coming out of the mirror, like, ah!
It's an evil duplicate mirror, guys.
It's Bizarro Class, which would actually probably be a very nice, kind person.
Trying gentle.
Yeah. Would just give hugs.
Well, I get, I would have already had advantage, so it's just going to be a normal roll. So,
Why do you have advantage?
good try trying to stunt. Because it hasn't taken a turn in combat yet, and I have Assassinate.
Chat has come through for us,
That's why
by
I
the
took
way.
the alert
Hugh bumped George with a minecart, dealing some damage to him in the fight during the dragon.
Yes, thank you.
That's
Thank you.
that warrants wanting to cut his arm off.
and George holds a grudge like no other.
Seriously, stuff that none of us even remember happening.
He does his flaw. He remembers every insult he's received, and he nurses a silent resentment toward anyone who's ever wronged
He's
him.
Arya from Game of Thrones, like just reciting all the names. Except one of them is just an entire race of people known as the Grung.
And you got added to that list because of a minecart accident.
Remember the minecart accident, you son of a bitch? Hope you enjoyed that one arm.
Let's see you control any more mine carts now. I chop it off.
Jesus Christ, 28 will hit everything in the universe. For 28 damage. Boy.
Mm-hmm.
You slash out at the invisible force, and you definitely feel like your blade struck true and hits pretty effectively.
Would you say it was surprised that I was able to hit it?
No, I would not say that.
Oh, okay.
Does predator
Sure you
blood
don't
come
wanna
out
say
now?
Predator blood. I don't know if this thing bleeds, actually. I don't think it does bleed normally.
So, yeah, I won't do the bloodmaker thing right now. But I will go ahead and whack it with my dagger. I think it's supposed to be 2. I swear to goodness. One. Too many things on here now.
Wow.
Oh, that's fun.
A crit attack with the dagger.
Doesn't do much damage.
Yeah,
It's
thank
just
God
7
that wasn't on the fucking first one. Just Annihilation City. God, crit sneak attacks are so nasty too. 7 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Kaless, you stab forward, blades whirling. Definitely feel like it chunks into something solid, even though you still can't see it. It still just kind of ripples. But you feel satisfied that you've definitely wounded something. And Mannix, you probably have a look of terror on your face as you see Kaless leap forward, blades out, striking at the air in front of you. But she...
Well, this is how I die.
but you all... I knew this was going to happen someday. This was the risk I took.
Part of the divination wizard. He's seen his death, and it is Kaless leaping. He doesn't know when. Doesn't know what the situation is.
And so you figured you'd just stay as close to her as possible through the rest of your adventuring career.
Yeah, it's a very fatalistic view of my death. Happen.
Interesting.
Why worry about it?
But you do see her stop halfway through her, or at the apex of her lunge, and seem to hit something directly in front of you, in front of the mirror. And it's something like ripples, you know, but it's still invisible. Back-to-back invisible creature fights, kind of crazy.
Yeah. Well, fun fact: the other spell that I was thinking of taking instead of Earthbind was See Invisibility. So I was like, those were the two solutions.
Yeah, that was the other solution.
We had.
That's true.
Wishing I
So
could
instead
think
of throwing a flying creature at you, I'll throw invisible creatures at you. Because you chose the wrong spell, sucker.
That's me.
What you got?
Is it me? My turn.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I was describing the
Okay.
transition to your turn, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I need to summon, do initiative for the rats.
The rat's getting initiative.
Oh, my God. There are...
Now, calculate how many rats are in the mirror versus are on the ground right now.
There are
out of the mirror.
There are 2 rats out of the mirror right now. One of them made the save and never went in, and then one of them popped out of the mirror.
So there's 6 rats in there.
So much math. I
Yep.
got completely lost. There's 6
Rats.
rats in the mirror.
See, if only
There's 5
Algebra had cool questions like this, I'd be more interested.
That's right. You face a magic mirror that can only hold 12 creatures.
7 rats fail their charisma save and get sucked inside. Solve for X.
Someday you'll have to know this, Eric.
That's right. Oh,
Wait, what?
finally, math I can get behind. Alright, so 1 rat is probably like there. And then 1 rat is probably over here. And these are just normal rats?
Yep.
Okay.
Which means there's 6 creatures in that mirror that we have... No, 5 creatures in that mirror that we have not yet seen.
One of which you have.
Gillian's in there,
Mm-hmm.
along with 6 rats. That's 7.
Mm-hmm.
And the monkey brother.
If
Oh, the monkey
brother
brother.
counts.
Yeah. Get about the monkey brother. So
The monkey was in Gillian's pack and never looked at the mirror, so, but we'll
Okay,
include
monkey
the
maybe doesn't
still.
count.
Yeah, the DM will go ahead and reveal that I was not counting that.
That's true. Yeah, you didn't actually make the save. Okay, so there are 5 creatures in there that we don't know about yet, presumably.
Correct. That's a yes.
Yes. That sounds sure.
6 rats and a Gillian.
6 rats and a Gillian. That's coming next on ABC. It's still your turn,
Manix
goddammit.
first. Yeah, it is. Manix spends his entire turn doing math.
I do math as an action. I'll take off my shoes and socks. Because it's serious math.
9, 12. Manix will turn to Zandala and he'll say, "What in the 9 hells are you doing here, lady?"
She says, I don't know. I was out in that damn city trying to sneak into that Yuan Ti temple, and one night I was sleeping and I had these horrible nightmare visions, these hideous old crones stalking me, chasing me. I fell, and when I woke up I was surrounded by fog on all sides. I could feel time pass, but I never grew hungry or tired. It was maddening, and none of my spells worked. Until all of a sudden I'm here, looking at you, and your assassin slicing at the air.
God, it's like getting louder.
Well, welcome to the Tomb of Annihilation, Zandala. Can't say I'm happy to see you, but
Title card.
welcome all the same.
Yeah. She says likewise.
Manix will attempt to. Since Manix doesn't know why he's in initiative order, so he'll also try to stab at what Kales stabbed at. Danger, Kales?
Why am I suddenly in turn-based mode?
Yeah, he's gonna stab. I'm disadvantaged trying to stab at the same thing that Kales.
Yes, you can't actually see it. You can target it because of the fact that George called out, Kales stabbed something, you could tell, and it does appear to be next to you, but you do a disadvantage.
Okay. Probably not gonna hit anything.
You swing out with your blade, and no, you just hit air, and you're still like, I don't know if there's something there or not.
Yeah. Unclear.
Mm-hmm. And
All right, that'll do it for me for now.
Zandala stares at you,
George.
slicing at the go, what is going on?
There's something in this general vicinity that
George
means
says
us
you missed
harm.
Manix.
Thanks, George. I kinda felt that.
You missed.
If you got something that could like resolve this invisible, malevolent creature issue, that'd be much appreciated.
I think there's spells that can do that.
There are, yeah. This little wizard lady.
She says, I don't know, but it's getting a little crowded in here for me, so if you don't mind. And you see her turn invisible.
What? Well, that's the opposite of what I asked you to do. I asked for less invisibility, not more.
Less invisibility, please.
The amount of invisibility in this dungeon is too damn high.
I need to speak to your supervisor, Dungeon. George, with your true sight, you see Zandala swiftly move down the hallway, and she gets as far as kind of right next to you, really, and just kind of, looks furtively around down the hallways and tries to get her bearings and stare at all of you and just kind of really unsure of what to do. And then it's Hugh Hackenstone who's like, Theron! Theron, are you out there, Theron? I recognize these friends of yours.
What was that?
He says, I recognize these friends of yours.
Yeah. I don't know what's happening down there, but I don't know why you're here.
I was kidnapped,
What
sir.
are you doing?
I was kidnapped and imprisoned.
Well, doesn't sound too uncommon for you, so... Did you get a bath at least?
There was no time for that.
There never is.
George says, wait a minute, is that Hugh? Did I hear?
Yep.
I'm coming for you, Hugh.
Yeah, the question is, does Hugh remember why George did so?
Like a normal person, he probably wrote off that entire incident as an accident. Hugh backs up against this corner and raises his axe and says, I don't know what that was, but I'm going to defend myself.
That was George. He's still holding a grudge against you for the mine cart, I guess.
What? Mine
That's
cart?
what it was. That was what it was about. Yeah. I'm gonna hit you with a minecart and see how you like it.
I'm going to find a minecart and I'm going to hit you with it. The invisible creature in the middle of the room. Let's see. It reaches around and slices at Celeste. Terribly ineffectively.
Mm-hmm.
Try that one more time. You're the last one to stab at it. And with
that'll hit.
its second attack, yeah, it just kind of slams you full bodily against the wall. 11 incoming bludgeoning damage.
That's fine.
And
I
you,
will allow it this time.
you feel a whooshing kind of motion as if it were moving.
Like away from me?
Yes.
So would then I get an attack of opportunity?
You would if you
If
could
I can
see
feel
anything.
it moving away from me? But you just said I could feel it.
You felt it move, and you like look around and realize you can't see it.
Can I see which way it moved?
George, you can, yeah.
Which way did it move?
You see it. Sorry, I was moving it. You see it coming down the hallway towards you. It appears
It's passing through Mannix.
yeah. We go to Theron.
I want to try.
What's happening there, George?
Some invisible, malevolent creature popped out of the mirror. Oh, wait. Do I know there's a mirror? Some malevolent creature just suddenly
We've been
appeared in
talking
the
about it for a
room and
while. You probably picked up on it.
still haven't figured out what's going on with this mirror. I think if you look this way, just don't look at the mirror.
Alright, I'll stay right here. It's fine with me.
Is the creature coming this way, down the hall?
Yes. You see it stop. You've got Orbex in front of you, and it seemed to stop right in front of Orbex.
If you want to close your eyes and attack in front of Orvix, it's right here.
Orbex gives it a whimpering sound. Oh.
I think I'll just stay back here and ready my shillelagh just in case someone comes by me.
Okay. You are ready to attack anything that you can't see.
That's right.
Mr. George.
Zondala or otherwise.
What would it take to pry Oryx's eye open? Is that
We
actually
still have 3 rats. I'm pretty sure we can send through the mirror again.
Trying to do this as non-violently as possible. And George's like, but what if we...
They're just like, I mean, the rats are right there.
Yeah,
it would
but
take your action because
what
you
if
would
the
have
rats-
to essentially do a contested grappling check on him again. Although it would be a, you can grapple as one of your attack actions, so you could technically still attack and do that.
I thought we didn't care about this guy. All right.
Do you say that out
That's
loud?
generally only me.
I mean,
He does
I
really
just
have
sort of do, just because he's a person. The rest of the party, I don't know. But I'm the one that's talking.
You hear Close
Look, I'm
going,
just-
I don't care about him. I saw his
Let's be
finger.
honest, Aaron's the only one who values like the intrinsic value of human life.
Yeah.
Look, I have a 1 in 12 chance of saving Gillian. All right.
Mm-hmm.
We have 3 rats, George.
Um.
One
Well,
I mean,
in
you can
12
you can
chance.
certainly do it. Yeah.
Darren talked me out of it. But now
He's very
Oryx my way
persuasive
though.
that way.
That's
What
me.
do I do about it? He's in my way. Damn it.
I mean, you could just forcibly shove him behind you. There's rules for that, right? Like just exchanging places with a teammate.
Yes.
They
I
let
think
you?
it just takes a bunch of movement. Is that how we did? Or it was a bonus action. I think it was a
Yeah.
bonus action actually, like grab somebody, grab a willing ally and pull them back and take their place, basically. That's something we just did on the fly
Orc,
one day.
switch places with me if you want to live.
That's that classic line. Switch places with me if you want to live. Yes, he can do that. As a bonus action, you can grab him, throw him behind you heroically, or unceremoniously if you wish.
I'm gonna push him back.
And as I see a sudden movement, I
Attacking the first thing in view.
stop halfway. I see it over.
After trying to save him from the fate of the mirror, it just gets a concussion from
You
fire.
know, from Orvex's POV, this is like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. Like we were just a demented family of torturers who were just
Yes, 100%. It's a
doing
horror
the
film.
worst things.
That is very apt. George, 19 does hit.
Now, do I get a sneak attack because the rat is across from him?
Rat does have an initiative.
He's another enemy of the target within 5 feet.
Do we break him? Do we break him? We might.
That's the rat that weighs a pound, maybe. Count.
As an ally.
I will say, I do believe there's a number of creatures that say like they don't have effective like attacks or combat
What does
presence.
the
I
rat
don't know if rat's
say?
one of them.
Let's see.
I agree
Music
with not having
boundary.
flanking. I agree with not having flanking because the rat can't see him. But technically, sneak attack says if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it. I mean, this invisible creature could be afraid of rats.
The rat does have a +0 1d1 piercing damage attack.
A 1d1.
It literally does 1 damage if it hits. Because you know what? It's a fucking rat. Yes, I will allow it.
But it's the best rat.
It's the best rat. It's the rat that stared down the mirror, stared into the abyss. The most charismatic rat.
Anyway, 11
The
damage.
abyss blink.
All of that for an extra 2 damage. Indeed. Smash up that invisible creature. 20 will hit.
Extra attack. For 10.
Alright. George, you can see that it does look fairly wounded now. It's got chunks of its kind of wispy, smoky presence has been shorn away. Yeah, Orbix looks... I didn't put him on initiative order, but he looks terrified and will immediately scooch around until he suddenly bumps into something invisible right next to Theron and says, "Oh!" Puts his hands up like there's another monster there.
I raise my staff up again.
Oh! I guess we skipped the rats, didn't we? If you want to attack with your rats, although they can't see anything.
I sure do.
So I don't know.
Roll.
You can. I guess they can follow your command, so they can triangulate where George's attacking.
Could we technically send the rats into the mirror too, if we want?
You could do that as well. Yeah, you could force them to look at the mirror. Although, as the rule is with Mannix, the one rat seems to just be able to look at the mirror without any problem.
All right. Well, the other two will look in the mirror again.
Couldn't you just make them fail? Or do they have to roll?
That's a good question. Can you always...
That's a general question that I don't know the answer to.
Yeah, that is a general question. Can you choose to fail a saving throw? I feel like a lot of times that's written into the spells and things, but I feel like a willing creature could always fail. You're just not trying to fight, basically. So if you specifically command the rats to just give up your soul to the mirror, then I think I could rule that you just have them fail. They've also got a -3 though, so the odds of them.
Yeah, they obey any verbal commands that I issue. I don't know. If I don't issue any commands, they defend themselves from hostile creatures, but otherwise take no actions.
I mean, you can definitely have them stare at the mirror, but I would rule that if you want, you can order them to stare at the mirror and purposely fail.
I'll do that then.
All right.
So both of them basically agree with you. Mike Morrell says, "I'd allow it only if the creature is not under any magical compulsion, like Charm Person."
Mm-hmm.
And Jeremy Crawford says, "No rule lets you opt to fail a save. As a DM, though, I might allow it, assuming you aren't incapacitated or dominated."
Yeah, to me that's
so both
like
of them are kind of like it's just up to you. DM.
It's not in the rules, but it makes sense. Like you're just trying not to fight something, basically. Weirdly, that came up in the Beholder fight too, where George accepted being stunned out of the charm or something. All right, so the same thing happens. Those rats go 2D and get sucked into the mirror. And Theron, I need you to give me some more 1d12s, and we'll see if you get rat or not rat. You get a rat popping out.
Oh man, rats.
I mean, the odds are getting a rat are pretty good. What pops out appears to be a man dressed in kind of ancient style primitive robes, and comes out and just looks at all of you and just immediately and he's like just babbling. He's just incessant babbling. It makes no sense whatsoever. He's just kind of like looking around. He just looks completely broken on the inside.
Gillian?
Slap him.
My God.
The mirror world has aged you.
You look terrible. You hear
so in that case,
you hear Orvex say,
the
my God, that might be an Omoan.
All right.
Still slapping.
Wait a minute, does that mean that he looked at the mirror?
Oh shit. He probably has looked at the mirror at some point.
Yeah, he probably can't help himself at this point.
Yeah.
George says yes.
Yeah, he hears the babbling and he immediately looks up and says, that might be an Oh. And Orvex will try to resist the pull. He is hilariously charismatic. You guys just never talk to him.
Nope.
And he makes the save! He makes the save! Orvex says, look at that
So that
mirror.
other rat that did make the save, could I just had him fail it instead?
Not at this point, unfortunately. It seems like it's like immune to the effect.
Okay.
But you did get one rat popped out of the
Go back in.
of the second. All right, we'll have to wait till the next round for that. Let's go back up to Kalez.
I have to imagine these fey rats have like just deep internal lives that they had before they were summoned.
They'll be desummoned in an hour. It's fine.
It'll be an empty mirror.
No permanent damage.
All right.
I
So
assume.
Yeah, that's what the druid school told me anyway.
They specifically said it wasn't a prestige style of spell.
Yeah.
George motions with his hands.
So-
It's right here.
okay, coming up. I'm gonna step over the rat.
George ends up embracing the creatures.
He's this big.
So, straddle behind the
rat.
rat here.
Squeaks and bows and backs out of the way. Very deferential.
Oh,
I like you, rat.
That was the charismatic rat. I mean, that rat's probably got to be a part of the team now, at least until concentration lasts.
Mhm.
He
Especially,
twirls his whiskers.
especially if we can't get Gillian back out.
We just need another charismatic party member. Rat, can you play an instrument? The rat pulls out a tiny violin.
your name is Gillian too.
We should call you Gilliana.
Son
Your
of
name is good, Gillian.
Son of Gillian, rise. Kalez, you are so distracted by this incredibly handsome, charismatic rat bowing and being deferential. You're not used to this much respect. You've never seen it from any of your party members.
True. But as I collect myself.
As you collect yourself, you lash out with your dagger.
Wow, I rolled bad again.
Yeah.
Or 16, but you do feel like you are taking some chunks out. Mr. Mannix.
Oh man, I genuinely don't know what to do here.
Put your shoes back on.
That's right.
Trick you into looking in the mirror again. George loudly whispers down the hallway.
I'm immune now. Mirror's got.
I said trick Hugh.
Oh. Mannix might just go up to the homo and like back in the mirror with you. We don't need you, and spin him around. So he's looking back at the mirror again.
You're all such terrible people. Go back to your death slumber, sir.
I don't know you.
Therefore, I don't care about you.
This is the wrong universe, pal.
Right.
Mannix, we're going to count that as a grappling move, so give me an athletics check.
Right. I'm good at those.
Change your alignment.
That's right. Alright, that's not the worst.
The man appears to be completely beside himself, so I'm going to give him disadvantage on this. Well, let's see if a disadvantaged crazy man can still wriggle out of your grasp. Apparently not. So
Mannix isn't trying to like manhandle the man. He's just like grabbing him by the shoulder and just turning him towards the mirror.
Okay.
Just so he's looking back at the mirror again.
Yeah, you flip him, and the man looks at the mirror, and has to make a charisma save again. I just closed that window.
This is now just a trial by fire. Everybody has to look at the mirror. Everybody has to pass the test.
And you see the man just gives off a babbling that goes incessant, and just actually doesn't change. He's still just mumbling to himself. Goes into a 2D, gets sucked into the mirror again.
Oh no.
And Mr.
That
Mannix.
poor person.
I need you to give me
We
a.
never even knew his name.
I need to. I need you to give me a 1d12, please.
Okay.
His name was Commoner.
That's right. Yep.
Wilfred Commoner.
8.
8. All right. What pops out of the mirror next is another humanoid. This one just appears to be a normal person that you don't recognize, and then you see them shift and kind of blur before your eyes into a couple different shapes until you recognize one that it settles on when they see you. And you recognize Ishmael, the doppelganger that helps you into the Yuan-Ti temple.
See, you I know. You we can work with.
Hello? What happens? Where am I?
You're in the middle of a deadly tomb of death and destruction. Any idea how you got here?
No, I was sneaking out of the temple to go report to Zagmira. And I must have fallen asleep somewhere in the city. Oh my, and there were these horrible, ugly crones, and they were chasing me. And then I came to, and I was surrounded by this never-ending fog.
Yep, that seems to be how it works.
Story checks out.
Yep. Well, there's some sort of invisible monster attacking us, so if you can help with that, you're much appreciated.
We are going to... Okay, that was your turn. You were flipping that dude around.
Yep.
Alright. We've got Invisible Stabby is going to do some invisible stabbing. It will do one at Kaless. I do not think that hits a Kaless, and one at George. 21, George.
Hits.
How about for 13 bludgeoning damage? It just slams you bodily.
Do I have anything cool I can do? 13. I'll take it.
We'll take it. And then we're going to go to Mr. Theron. And the creature appears to try and start to fly past you, but it realizes, George, that you're tracking its movements, and it stops and like stares at you uncertain and just kind of hovers in place.
Okay. No, I don't want to turn the corner though.
Corner is bad.
Yeah. How's Orbex
Some
looking?
more rats.
I don't think I can.
Orbex looks fine,
Right.
considering the
Concentration spell.
trauma he's been put through.
Yeah. I think, yeah, I'm just going to have to keep my staff readied.
Okay. Yeah, Ishmael, they don't have any weapons or anything, but they look very uncertain, and they're definitely not wanting to look anywhere near the mirror. So they just kind of run over here and creep down the corridor and says, "Oh my, the gang's all here. What are you all doing?" They're so staring at each other so intently down there. And it goes to George. George with the Thorn Blade is going to hit for a good chunk of damage. George, you finally see this thing really breaking apart in front of your eyes. Ooh, 13, however, is not going to cut the mustard.
How about a 14?
Congratulations, you've discovered its armor class. 14 will hit. For another 8. Yeah, and George, you can tell this thing is extremely damaged now. It appears like it is just barely keeping its form together.
It's almost dead, Colette. It's right here.
Yep, Celeste, she just texted me and said she's in the bathroom, so... It's your time to shine.
Standing.
We need you to kill...
Probably do Blood Drinker again, though.
Docker, probably, but I know better than to roll my wife's attack.
She will blame you for it all.
Your turn. Let's text her. Everybody yell in the chat, it's your turn. Go, go, go. Hugh was still just got his back to the wall and looking warily. He doesn't look like he might be smart enough to avoid looking at the mirror, though, Mannix, you realize, as he's kind of right next to you.
Mannix doesn't want to mess with you. He's Theron's problem.
That's your NPC baggage right there.
That's right. He might actually warn you not, like, if he starts to turn towards the mirror, he might just hold out his hand and be like, you, don't do it, man. It's dangerous.
Okay. Oh, I know. I hate those mirrors. Always making me look awful.
Yeah.
You're at 20 pounds, Hugh.
That's right. Celeste, it is your turn. George has been heavily damaging this creature in front of you.
Okay.
Oh, yes. George
so
said
it's still in front
he's
of
almost
us then?
dead. He's almost
It
dead.
is.
He's right here in front of us.
Yep.
That's a little bit better.
That will hit. Alright, Celeste, despite never seeing this invisible creature, how do you try to destroy such a thing?
She slices, she dices, she makes julienne fries.
Slice at the smoky, invisible creature in front of you until it just dissipates.
Yep.
And the rest of the NPCs in the area are not outwardly hostile to you, so I'm going to pull you guys out of combat.
George, do you see Zendala?
George,
She took off a second ago.
you do see Zendala. She's still basically right by Theron and Orvix, invisibly.
I gotta remind you, George, you can't lie to me.
George stares straight at Mannix and says, I don't see Zendala.
Mannix and George go into a stare down. Just, George.
A lot of rack focus just...
That's right. You're not fucking
Yes.
with me, are you, George?
No, I'm telling you the truth. I don't see Zendala.
Currently
Jeez,
sees
there,
a dollar.
Right. God damn it. All right, well...
I don't see Xander either.
Shut up, you. I don't think so. You ever even met her, did you?
No. He
don't
has
think so.
no idea what's going on.
Hugh Theron's over there. Just go be his problem.
Theron still has his shillelagh out, ready to go.
George,
Coward.
George says, Hugh, if you look at the mirror, it looks like you have two arms again.
You don't do
Oh.
it. Don't do it. George's fucking with you. George's
Wait,
in a
why
mood.
is,
George,
why is George lying all the
Yeah,
time?
George, you do have to tell the truth.
That's true.
And you
Hey,
still have...
if you look at a mirror, you see
No,
you see your reflection. It looks like two arms.
That's not how mirrors work at all.
Sure it is. Haven't you ever gone to the science museum and you have to stand like on the edge of that mirror and you move and it looks like you have
Right.
both of your hands?
Symmetry mirror. Yeah, it's a
George hasn't actually seen this mirror yet either. He's only heard the rumors about it. All the mirror talk.
Mirrors reflect everything. It makes it look you have two of everything. Tell the truth.
Mm-hmm. Although, George, you are about in range here. Did you step up at some point?
Nope. Haven't moved.
Oh.
Hey, did you switch
Oh wait,
places with
you're
Laura?
right. I did move closer when I switched places with.
You
Ulrich.
did. When you switched places, you are actually close enough now. So you do see this mirror, and you can shout out to Hugh. However, you yourself are also staring forward as you stab the invisible stalker.
Whoops.
Yeah, and you can see that mirror. I need a charisma save, please.
Hi, George.
I imagine I failed.
You did.
I'm gonna re-roll my saving
Although
throw.
it's a magical effect, right? You get your
Oh yeah, that's right.
the shell sword come into
Shield.
I
play.
was
Yeah.
my shell sword. Advantage on saving throws against magical effects. Let me roll it one more time then. 14.
Not
Okay,
quite.
still a
good.
fail.
Yeah.
Let's do Indomitable.
Uh,
I'm just gonna reroll this until I get it.
how many rerolls can he get?
Damn it.
Oh my gosh.
You're
All
a
these
minus
charisma
one. That would
saves.
have.
Yeah, he does
Wow.
a minus
Minus
one.
one.
That's a bummer. And you got fucking
Being sucked in.
pretty close. Yep, George, you get sucked into the mirror. Which means I need you to give me a D12, please. And see what pops back
Okay.
out. Alright, George goes in. And a
Pop back
rat comes out. I hope somebody's keeping track
So
of
how many rats do we have
I
now?
was just about to ask that. I am not actually sure. There's at least 3 out now, I want to say. Although one of them's made the save.
No,
No?
there are two
Two?
out now because the UNT guy just came out.
Ah, right.
Oh, I
No
forgot to
worries.
remove that one. You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
One made the save, one hasn't made the save. That's still out.
Gotcha, which is the one that just came out. Okay. So if you want, you can have that one turn around and force it to enter its mirror state if you'd like.
Go back in.
I'm having to be very organized with my notes for this as well. You can.
I told you I don't even want to know what these notes look like.
It's-
I imagine you're just copy pasting and moving.
Pretty much what's going on, yeah. I'm glad this is digital because if it was physical, it'd be just erase marks everywhere and just scratching out, and it'd be madness. All right, that rat stares at the mirror. You can order it to suck its soul right into it. And then Theron, I need a D12 from you, and we'll see what pops out. This is like just a soul slot machine now. 9 is a really, really fun fucking number, especially with half your party in the mirror.
Wait, half
Only one
oh,
person. Oh, 2 people in there, yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
What pops out of the mirror is that 2D form flows out of the mirror and just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And you realize it's not a humanoid at all. And until it's towering
shit, it's a
above you
dinosaur.
and becomes a 3D figure that looks a lot like those giant 4-armed gargoyle statues that you saw in the first room. This one just looks plain stone. 4 arms. And it looks incredibly hostile to all of you.
Uh-oh.
And I am
Great.
going to need some initiative once again.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, we can see it
Alright.
this time, though. Good luck,
Yeah.
guys.
This one is
Yeah.
not invisible. You traded your party for a bunch of NPCs.
Great.
Yep.
Which, weirdly, everybody's rolling really good initiative. because there's also a rat there. Man, odds of rolling a rat are pretty good now. This
Don't put the
thing
cat in the
is
mirror.
full of rats. Your doppelganger friend? Question mark. Apparently gets to go first. It says, What is going on?
Afraid you're in a fight for your life, friend.
Yeah, they turn around and two things happen. First, they see the gargoyle and they're like, oh! And then, unfortunately, the mirror is still behind the gargoyle, so now they get to make a save against the mirror, which they fail. So you see Ishmael go into a 2d4 of, oh! And get sucked into the mirror. And I guess I'll roll a 1d12 this time. Maybe I'll get lucky. And out pops a rat. That was probably not a good trade, but rats can always go back in, I suppose.
Yep.
They don't get killed here. Kaless.
So Kaless is street smart to an extent and knows don't turn around and face the fucking mirror. Because she got popped into it last time. So walking backwards after hearing, oh hell.
That is what is facing you right now, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fun. Okay. She would like to walk backwards until she gets to here. So her back is to the mirror. Like she's keeping it behind her shoulder.
Uh-huh.
Where the gargoyle is still in front of her.
So you like moonwalks backwards.
Okay. Yeah, basically. Ended up touching the gargoyle's butt, saying, excuse me, pardon me.
Wait, where'd you go?
Here.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I've got some of these folks on the GM layer. It's hard to actually tell. Okay, I got you.
Alright, Pooh, you. Alright. Then, because it hasn't gone in initiative yet, I get advantage.
Oh man, you barely beat it too.
I know. I rolled really bad.
I rolled really good. Oh! Class is done with this shit.
Wow.
You moonwalked backwards and somehow gave yourself a an empowered attack.
She moonwalks backwards, does a little spin, goes, and strikes. Oh, that's gonna be painful.
Somebody do that math.
I don't want to.
Nope.
Hang on.
54.
Yep, 54.
Holy guacamole. Kaless just stabs the shit out of this gigantic, like, towering 9-foot tall gargoyle. You do this crazy moonwalk dance and just thrust your blade out and see it just start to, like, buckle, and it roars angrily.
Is that massive damage?
It is not massive damage, fun fact. I mean, I would literally consider it massive damage, 'cause that's a lot of damage, but it was not mechanically massive damage. For another 5. But you definitely took off huge chunks out of it.
That's it.
Alright, Kaless, in response, this thing goes absolutely apeshit on you and attacks you with its claws. And it's got 1 claw coming in for 10 damage.
Okay.
Now, is this thing facing the mirror to attack
2
her?
claws. It's big enough where it can just kind
Yeah,
of
it has to turn around.
scope the mirror.
I'm behind it.
Yeah. It's turning basically towards the north, so no, it's not staring at the mirror right now. It's kind of in a weird position where it's bigger. It's a lot bigger than the mirror. It can easily tower over it. I mean, it's twice as tall and attack you guys without having to look at it where it's at. Now, if you were to try to bait it into different directions, get it to turn around, then we could rule it there. But where it's at now, no. Claw number 2, 7 damage.
Okay.
Claw number 3. What's your AC?
It's supposed to be 20, but it's not calculating correctly.
9 damage.
Okay.
Claw number 4 is going to hit. Miss.
No, it's not.
And then it's going to reach down and try to take a bite out of you for its 5th attack. And that one is going to have its sweet, sweet revenge. For another 24 damage. What did we just trade back and forth there? You did 54 to the Gargoyle. 10,
you did,
7, 9,
to me.
and 24. Yeah.
50. You did 50 back.
Well, 45 because I uncanny dodged one of them.
Ah. That, you guys see a brutal battle happening right there. Blood and stone flying.
I used the uncanny dodge on the first claw, and I really should have saved it on that bite.
Right.
Yeah. Hugh knows a threat when he sees it. And with his one arm, raises his battle axe. Says, "For the dwarves!" And swings wildly, nearly cutting off Mandix's arm as he misses terribly. But unfortunately, Hugh is exactly the right height and exactly the right direction of the mirror. So he does have to make the save. And Hugh, with his -1 charisma, is going to be in this party.
So we want him to or not?
Makes the save against the mirror. Says, "No, I ain't going back there. My friends are here, and there's battlings to have." Theron?
Now, if I poke out one of Hugh's eyes, can I induce a negative charisma? Hopefully he can fail.
He made the save, though. That seems to make you immune to the effects.
Can I roll to see if I can go around the corner against Obalaka?
I mean, if you do it pretty cautiously, you've already been very cautious here, so Obalaka seems pretty placated, so I would say that you can make it around the corner if you're still going to do so in a cautious manner.
Alright. I'm going to go around the corner so I can try to help.
Alright, now you've heard talk about this mirror, so if you want to go around the corner and specifically shield your eyes, you can. That would make, obviously, targeting things a lot more difficult, but it would prevent you having to be potentially sucked into the mirror. Because at this point, even though you haven't seen it, you're pretty well versed about how this thing works, given all the things you have heard. It's like it's like having a Medusa around. Basically, you can avert your gaze and avoid it.
Quarterstaff. What's the range on a quarterstaff? Is it 10 feet?
I think it should be 5. I thought.
Just 5 still.
Yeah, it's not a pole arm or anything.
Yes, I will produce flame at that gargoyle then.
He lights himself on fire.
Yeah. For 9 damage. I have to roll an attack roll.
I thought that was the attack roll.
It is? Oh, you're
Yeah,
right.
I mean, it looks like it. It did a 1d20
Yeah.
plus stuff.
I forgot how Roll20 works.
Yep. It was just a really bad attack.
Yep. Yeah. That's...
You produced
So,
flames somewhere, but you're not sure where.
Well, I still have the flame in my hand. I have a 10 by 10 light radius. So
Oh, okay.
there's that. I've got that going for me. All right. And then I guess I'll command one of the rats to jump into the mirror that's there.
Okay. Give me a d20.
How many rats are there?
There's one rat left that can be popped in and out, yeah. Number 6, you guys are in trouble.
Great.
Rat
So
goes...
what we're discovering is the remaining creatures that we hadn't
You're
seen yet.
literally
are all hostile.
finding every single fucking thing in this mirror but the party members you need now.
Fantastic.
Can it pop out of the mirror if the gargoyle is blocking the path?
It can. It
Sure,
pops...
It's gonna, like, push them out or something.
Yeah, it's basically it keeps going until it finds a spot, and unfortunately the spot Theron is large enough that you have to like retreat a little bit back into yeah. And you see same thing that happens. A shape grows larger, more three-dimensional and monstrous, and what appears in front of you looks like a troll. And it is slathering and looks like it is just... Its eyes are like bloodshot. It also looks like it's kind of crazy in the head and just ready to attack everybody around it. However, it is in a really awkward spot right here. It's like... Can't really fit in this room anymore along with all of you, so I'm going to actually give it disadvantage for everything while it's in this spot, because it can't really fit. Hilariously, though, it actually goes next. Because that was Theron's turn.
Your rats are getting worse.
Hey. Yeah.
I mean, at some point, it's just literally going to be mostly rats in there, and just constantly pull them in and out. That troll will attack at Theron with...
Oh, I just thought of something.
Claws. What's up, sir?
Wait. Nope, never mind, you're fine. Just kidding.
Theron, we got some claw attacks coming your way for 10 slashing. And it will
You
attempt...
said disadvantage.
Oh, sorry, I did say disadvantage. Sorry.
Oh.
So count that one as a miss, because that was 26 and 10. You're right, I just said that too. Alright, so that was a miss. Claw number 2 at disadvantage. 13 is a miss. And then it's going to try to bite you. 17, I think, is a miss for you.
Yeah.
Alright, so with disadvantage, it is perturbed in there. Then we go to Mr. Mannix.
Okay, what am I doing?
Things have changed a lot since your last turn.
Yes, of these two, which would we guess has the least wisdom saving throw?
Roll.
I don't know.
Mannix pulls out his tablet, Google searches.
Yep.
Wisdom saves on a troll or a giant monstrous gargoyle.
Can I try to do some sort of check on either one or both of these creatures to see what I know about them and see if I have some understanding of how wise they might be?
Yes, you can. Let's find out what our rolls are. A troll. You can give me a history or nature check. Find out what you know about a garden variety troll.
Okay. I can do history.
Mannix pulls out a book.
Yep. I've seen a troll before.
You have seen a troll before. You know trolls are generally pretty vicious, fairly hardy. They can heal themselves. You don't know resistances and weaknesses. And yeah, they're just they obviously you've seen them attack. They seem pretty strong. They're not very mentally powerful.
Do I know if they speak common or understand common?
Most trolls do not.
Shoot.
Some of them that may be around civilization might pick up a few words here and there, but in general they don't.
Well, I'm going to start this off by trying to talk to this troll then.
Okay.
I'm going to say, "Hello there, big old troll dude.
Well,
How you doing?"
With that check, you look. I mean, you know what you know about trolls. You look at this troll, and you can see that it is suffering from some kind of, for lack of a better word, insanity. Like, it appears to be kind of along the same level as that one man that popped out that was kind of mumbling to himself and looked like he had gone kind of. And you suspect maybe it had something to do with being in the mirror for too long or something, but
Yeah.
this troll looks like it is more like feral than anything else.
Shoot. Okay, different tactic then. Let's try
The giant spell.
Phantasmal Force.
Okay.
I'm going to create the image of some sort of flying gnat-like creature. It's like human-sized. That's going to be flying in front of the troll's face. But critically, the creature's going to be flying at the troll's face between the troll and the mirror.
Okay.
So that if this troll wants to attack this creature, it will have to turn back towards the mirror.
Gotcha. Okay.
We're kind of in the space between the two creatures then.
And it
So he has to make an intelligence saving throw, or he believes that this creature is there attacking him.
Okay. Let's see how intelligent this particular troll is. Yeah, I'll still give him disadvantage because he's still hunched up in that corner. Merciful heavens. Yep, he is immediately taken by this flying creature as it is flying next to him.
There he is.
And he's like batting it away, but as he looks over, and he's tall, but he can. But since you've pinned him right towards the mirror, he looks at it, and that mirror glows with its power. And the troll, despite its surprisingly decent charisma rolls, its modifier screws it over, and you see it, sure enough, get sucked back into the mirror. Give me a D12, sir.
Okay. Probably a rat, but...
The odds are very good of rat.
Oh.
Odds are very good. Wow, we have not seen that one before. Congratulations, you managed to roll
God damn it.
something new.
I didn't think we had anything left. It was new.
This time, what pops out in front of the area is... You recognize one of your tabaxi guides.
No.
Just one of them pops out.
Randy,
Mannix has no idea which one it is. All tabaxi look exactly the same to him.
Sure.
He doesn't know if it's the same tabaxi that they traveled with or a different tabaxi.
She pops out and says, "Ah, it is you." Well,
Do I? Oh, yeah, you. I know you. You can shoot a bow and arrow, right? Well, see the giant gargoyle? You're back on the payroll, buddy.
We never did pay you, but someday. You notice that whenever people pop out, they are default facing away from the mirror. So at some point, obviously, they're not getting instant sucked back in.
Yeah.
But obviously, something could divert their attention.
Thank goodness we still have you.
That's right. With this axe flailing, it's doing nothing.
Let's go back up to Kales. Kales, you see the the troll gets sucked in, and the tabaxi now appear in its place.
Okay.
And this one you recognize as River Mist, the more talkative of the two, the sister.
Can I use like Thieves' Cant as a free action and ask what the hell?
Unfortunately, she's not facing you right now, and you realize if you try to communicate with her, she would probably turn around.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could talk to her
Okay.
and just say, "Don't turn around," or do turn around, depending on what you wanted to do.
Okay. First, let's do this. $26 to hit. That'll hit.
Indeed.
Let me turn sneak attack on.
Give us some damage.
35 points of damage.
Holy crap. Kless is single-handedly just fighting this thing.
Yeah. Fine. We don't have a good alternative at the moment, so.
Yeah.
It's alright, it's killing me slowly, so.
Mhm. You're not sure if you could actually trade blow for blow.
No, I'm really not. And then
Do you want to say anything to the Baxi or no? Because it's her turn next, and you realize her natural thing would be to probably turn around and deal with the giant creature behind her.
I would just tell her to not turn around, but back up until she can see its foot and just attack the foot.
Okay. Oh wow, you
But
could.
she's not allowed to turn around.
Okay. She says, well, what's going on?
I'll explain later. Just do as you're told. See, River Mist liked me, so she'll
She does. She kind of reacts. She's like, that is the dark elf. Yes. The nice one. Friend to River and Flask.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll talk about Flask later.
Since she has to attack without looking at the creature, I'm going to give her a disadvantage, but she does have her short sword. That
No, I told her she could see its foot.
Well, kinda, but
And just attack the foot. Gonna, like,
So she hit it
slice
anyway.
its Achilles.
yeah, she gets one. She does get one attack on. She does not have all of your fancy magical equipment, though. However, the gargoyle did notice this new creature attacking it, and it will spare some attacks for it. So let's attack.
Oh, good.
Let's attack the Tabaxi first. With some damage. Tabaxi cries out in pain. Ah! And then it will attack Kaless with the rest.
That'll do it. Nope.
Yeah, one of them does for 11, and then it'll try to bite at you again. Ooh.
Nope.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. Not gonna work very well at all. Hugh Hackenstone will also attempt to hack, because he's immune. We discovered that. Ineffectively, however, against the creature's armor.
Your name is Hackenstone.
Hack that stone! Hack the stone! Mr. Theron. I don't think you have any more rats out that can go in, right? Is that what happened?
Oh, what?
We've traded them all for NPCs or monsters.
Yes.
Oh, right. The rats. We've just filled this room up with these brandos. Just
Yeah.
people we haven't seen in any months.
I pick up the extra charismatic rat as a free action to put him on my shoulder. Staring at the floor, I run until I see the feet of the gargoyle. Then I will shillelagh.
Shillelagh. Bonk that gargoyle.
Take that, gargoyle feet.
Yeah, you're smashing off a lot of its stones. It actually appears to be very heavily damaged.
Okay, and I can't move back there.
Aaron,
Alright, that's it.
good to see you.
It's always good to. I can't do it.
You tried so hard, though.
I'm glad you're not dead.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
I knew
we'd meet again. Mr. Mannix. I think you and Hugh are the only ones that are immune to this thing at this point. Or no, and Orvex, and Orvex too.
Orvex, yeah. You know, us high damage dealers.
That's
We're the ones who are immune.
One-armed Hugh and Orvex the Scribe.
I don't see a good way for me to get this creature to look at the mirror. Well, I could try Phantasmal Force again, I suppose. Do I yell some words at the creature, I insult its stony form, and observe it closely. Do I think it understands common?
Stone, more like clay.
That's right. Yeah. What a shitty clay body you have, Mr. Gargoyle.
As you talk to it, it doesn't seem to register. It does speak something back, but you don't, I don't think, understand the language. You'd have to tell me what your languages are, but...
Probably not. Whatever, elemental or whatever.
Yeah.
Thieves' Cant, Undercommon, Dwarvish.
Nope.
But just looking at it, do I feel like it understood me at all?
No.
Or does it just look it's just talking?
No, it doesn't think it understands you.
Okay. All right. Then I'm just gonna try to kill the thing. I'm not in a position to get advantage on this thing, right? I'm not technically flanking it 'cause it's like it's backed into a corner.
You are all fighting in a very small corner right now. Yeah.
Lord. All right. Just regular. 12's probably not gonna do it.
It is not gonna do it.
Yep, that's all I got.
Kaless,
That's me.
you got the dips, the DPS.
Yeah, there's only one left with that, so.
Okay. Ugh, that's a poor roll. 20 hit?
It will. What's the advantage for?
River. All the way across. I have flanking bonus now.
No, they gotta be on the other side.
They are. I'm diagonal.
Right, it's gotta be...
I'm up here. They're going across diagonally.
It's
This
just...
place right here is the middle.
It can't be diagonal, it's gotta be across. What's
Oh, well,
orthogonally.
whatever then. Whatever then. It's
Cardinal direction.
River is flanking with the mirror right now.
Oops, wrong button. Wrong button.
I was like, I thought that was the damage. I was like, what is that number?
Yeah, that was a real wrong button. That would have been great because that was actually you cast Fireball, but
Oh, that would have been real great. That fucking room.
Terrible. We all would have died.
maybe I don't need to put Wand of Wonder next to my offhanded dagger.
I think that's pretty funny though. If you like take out like the dagger, it's just the Wand of Wonder. Like, oh crap.
Oh shit.
Well, we're shooting this
Well.
down. The dagger will hit. God, that little dagger, it's all that sneak attack. However, this gargoyle does feel like it is nearing its demise.
Okay,
You
that's all I got.
cause more of its rocky exterior to fall off. River can keep bashing it. And keep River's... Carefully not looking at the mirror with disadvantage. 10's not gonna do it. Oh man. She's having a bad time of it.
Yeah.
The gargoyle, seeing all of you around it, will begin to roar and really just start spreading its attacks around on everybody. Let's do a claw attack on Kaless. 16's
Nope.
not going to work. Another claw on Mannix. 13. A claw on Hugh. 25. Hugh takes some claw. Theron claw. It gets the crit.
Oof.
Oh,
yeah, I
what?
can't be crit though.
I also rolled all ones on all of the damage. So yeah, ignore
Alright.
the 4, and you take fucking 6 crit. That's terrible.
It's not a regular.
What a weird thing. I rolled less. Okay, that was fucking weird.
I'll take it.
You know what? It sees that you're immune to crits and then bites at you.
Oh no!
Aw.
Nah.
Motherfuckers, you're insane, AC. Hugh looks worried and says, "There, no, you're right."
Alright.
And
Don't worry about me, Hugh.
Hugh looks at you and says, "All right, together!" And he'll actually do the help action on his turn with you, Theron, and grant you advantage
Thanks.
on your turn.
Yeah, I think I was supposed to have disadvantage last turn. Oops. So regular advantage. Regular. Something. Alright, I'll shillelagh him again. Rolled a 3.
Rolled a 3. That's not gonna do it. All those pluses.
Yeah. I'm done.
Plus 4 plus 3 plus 4. Mr. Mannix.
All right. Continue to also do the same. I don't have any help actions on me, do I?
You do not.
Got a smelly dwarf next to you.
Your
Right.
NPC turned invisible and ran away.
Yep. 15, 22. All told.
All right. You deal a significant chunk of damage, and it kind of leans over and goes, and you see like just stone pouring off of it. Kaless, your turn.
Mannix will motion
Oh,
to the
sorry.
mirror, and even though you can't understand, I'll be able to say like, you can always escape us by going back in the fucking mirror.
It seems like it is unafraid. Stabby stab. Kaless, you drive your blade. As it leans down, it goes. You stick your blade right up into its head, and its stone forms begins to crumple away.
With the last of the light in its eyes, can I force its head to turn to the mirror?
You can, but it appears to be, as it's dying, the effect doesn't seem to. Well, What you can do is you can always stabilize a creature instead of try to kill it. So if you want to try to essentially knock it unconscious instead of rendering it a death blow, then you could try to. Then I would allow it.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we don't have to kill
I'll
the
do
guy.
I'll do that, and then making sure that I can't see the mirror.
Right.
I'll just pry an eyeball open.
Thing's big enough to like hold its whole head.
Yeah. You kind of just balance it while it's crashing to the ground. Now, I will say that once it's unconscious, you're probably not going to be able to get away with this, but while it's, like, slipping into unconsciousness, in case it pops out again, you'd have to go through some hilarious motion of, like, healing it and then doing that again. All right, Kaless, you haven't given me a D12 yet. Why don't you do those shenanigans as its body goes into the mirror?
Max looks over at Celeste. Not the troll. Anything else? Not the troll.
You've got some of your friends back there, party members, a lot of rats, and you know there's a troll.
I got a 2. It's gonna be a fun cliffhanger where we find out next week what pops out of the mirror.
It's a rat.
Yeah.
So, do you think if we did like dispel magic or something on it, let's say it
Maybe
worked,
everything would fall out.
or would everything just be trapped in there?
It does seem magical.
Say again?
I mean, it does seem magical. It does seem like something you could dispel it.
All right, I'm gonna point in the general vicinity of the mirror while looking away.
But if we do this, well, I mean, won't the troll come out? We have to fight this fucking troll.
I mean, you guys can prepare,
But
yeah.
then-
I guess it's better than what we're doing now.
At this point, I don't know if you guys have been like counting cards or anything, but I think you've seen just about everything that's in there.
I think so. I have a general sense. I feel like we haven't. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're out of new things. All right, dispel magic.
All right. You guys want to prepare it all before that? Before he casts that, or how do you want to do it?
Yeah, I'll prepare a flame strike or a rapier strike for the troll if he comes out.
Yeah, I will too.
Yeah, because you guys are pretty sure about how this whole
This room. Actually, you know what? The other thing we'll do to prepare, I'll tell Hugh and River to get the fuck out of the room because
Yeah.
Okay.
you guys are helpful, but you're
TFO.
not that helpful. George and Gillian are going to be more helpful.
Yeah, that's true. They back up tentatively. Chat, I did release the poll. Please vote on our MVPC by voting for who was your favorite PC for this session. All right, so Hugh and River step out. Yeah, you guys can ready actions against the
pretty stab.
Ready,
Yeah.
shillelagh.
ready shillelagh. And you guys can even ready it because you know there's a troll in there, so that is the case.
Specifically for the troll. Yeah.
How does a phantasmal force work with, in terms of, is that still on, or was that
It's
just,
technically still on as long as
Did
I'm
you-
concentrating
and
on
you
it.
cast it on the troll specifically?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let me see what the time on it is though. It's up to 1 minute, so I don't know if we've been like hanging. We're kind of doing this.
You've still been in
immediately,
combat,
but-
so
yeah.
and if you guys act quickly here, which it sounds like you are, then it would still be affected by that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Because it can do some damage. Because he'll think that there's this little, moth creature attacking him or whatever.
Yeah, he did fail that, so he was still there.
Yeah.
All right, so obviously we're going to wrap things up for this session, but that will be where we will pick up next time is a room that is... Well, I guess we took a while at leveling up and stuff, but I was really excited about this room, and you guys did some really fun stuff with it, so I thought that was hilarious with the rats and the coming in and out.
Also, welcome back, Rochelle. You were trapped in a mirror the whole
You were
session.
trapped in a mirror the whole session. So many D12s were rolled, and yet we couldn't ever get...
Oh,
Yeah.
we tried so hard.
We couldn't ever get... Celeste came back almost immediately, and then we never did get
Mm-hmm.
Gillian back, unfortunately. Everybody's voting for the the rats, because without the rats, nobody gets out of the mirror.
That's very true. The rats were.
I mean, we're gonna have to give it to Theron then if we're voting the rats, because without Theron, there are no rats.
Hooray!
So I
Theron
think
is the
I'll
rat.
Theron is the rats.
attach my star to the rats.
Asterisk. Yeah, we'll give you an inspiration, but there's an asterisk over that one. It was the rats.
It was a rat.
They're better than me.
That was excellent. All right, well, that is all the time we have for this week. Thank you to Chris, Heather, Rochelle, Raymond, and Reese for playing. Thank you to all of our wonderful fans for watching. You can go to roguewatson.com for recaps, patreon.com/roguewatson if you would like to support the channel. Live streaming our D&D adventures each week, and we will see you all next time.
Bye. A couple people did vote for Gillian at the end.
That's very sweet, yeah. We're just glad to have Gillian back.
Yeah. However briefly.
Yeah,
That's right.
poor Gillian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will definitely give it to, given that Theron voted the rats, and we got a lot of rat votes.
Yeah.
My spell is better than I do.
So.